Hi, everyone. I'm here with Eimear, certified soul-based coach. So many other things, actually. Gosh, you're gonna have to tell us, like, your evolution over the last couple of years has been amazing to witness. And so great person to check in with and just ask about how has soul-based coaching affected your journey to where you are right now. So just a small question, Emer, for you. Let's first start with how should I have introduced you? Like, how do you introduce yourself these days?
Oh gosh, it's yeah, there's so many different aspects to all of us, aren't there? So I'm Eimear rhymes with Beamer. I possess in Irish mythology the six gifts of womanhood. And while that's important, I say let's rewrite the stories and step out and beyond the six gifts. We've so many infinite gifts. So I am a mum and a fur mama as well. I am a storyteller, a poet. I love writing, as well as being a soul based coach and a personal growth trainer. And yeah, I think that's who I am just now. And I love to help people, witches, wise ones, intuitives, to rise up and return to your power in you.
Mm, yeah, beautiful. And just you can tell by her voice, there's like a yumminess to what you have tapped into within yourself and what you're sharing now. And so you regularly offer programs for people to help them on that way, tapping
Yeah,
into that, coming home to themselves. Beautiful.
yeah.
So when we first met, Emer, which when was that? Help me remember.
So I think it was the towards the end of 2016.
Right. So we're getting on like 5 years, right? Doing quick maths. Yeah. We're like, so tell us, where were you then?
So physically, I was in still in Scotland, where I am, in my corporate job, doing corporate training and development, and beginning to branch into the well-being and self-care aspect. Actually, no, it was still mental health in the workplace, leadership training, all these kinds of corporate training things, which of course are important. And at the same time, I was searching and looking and already stepping on to the personal growth path that was beginning to feel a bit different to what I had been learning and doing in corporate. And it may have been the summer of 2016, there was an online conference that you were part of that I had joined because I was already exploring clean language actually through NLP, through neuro linguistic programming. So I came across you, and it really was that moment of who is this person and what
Mm,
is she doing? Like there was something really, well, esoterical going on. It was like your aura just drew me in. And I was so intrigued and curious. And then I started following you, and you were talking about this soul based coaching training that was coming up. And I knew, just this inner knowing, that I wanted to be a part of it because I'd just actually become certified as a corporate coach using the grow model, which is, it's useful and very linear. And I really got a lovely flavor for that because I hadn't considered myself to be a coach. Before then, I was a trainer. That was my identity.
mm,
And I knew I had to be on your program, even with my coaching qualification. I
yeah.
knew this is where I was meant to be. So when you advertised and opened up the soul based coaching certification for enrollment, I was in there, signed
Mm.
up,
Yeah,
ready
and
to
we're
go.
so glad that you did that. Yeah. Yeah, for so many reasons, but most specifically for what has unfolded since then. Can you share about what the impact of what you've learned has been on you?
It's been huge in so many different ways, from going through the training, which started in the January of 2017, and joining the community and all that we learn and practice with the class, with the support from you and the other trainers, it's been a reconnection with this kind of sisterhood, brotherhood. It was sisterhood for me that I had forgotten so much of. And it actually coincided with my stepping out of my corporate career as well, because it helped me feel empowered that there was something else, something different that I could offer in the entrepreneurial sphere that I wasn't experiencing in my corporate job. So over the 5 years, it's helped me come home to who I am, to trust what's arising within me, to begin to continue to listen to my soul, because I feel it was this soul connection, this soul drawing, this magnetism that led me here to you and to the unfolding after that. And it's helped bring me back to balance, which I feel is the journey, balancing that strong, developed yang, which in the beginning, when I left corporate, was like, I don't need you anymore. Oh, away.
I'm so breaking up with you.
Yeah, we are so over. I'm over here in the yin, pure yin, and I needed that. And of course, the soul-based coaching training is both. It's the divine yin, the divine yang, and it's brought me home, yeah, to me. And in that, then helping to support clients, and that I can show up with this beautiful framework that I've learned through soul-based coaching, and so much more, this ability to hold the space and to arrive for coaching, if in the case of supporting another client, as myself, knowing and trusting that everything I've learned and practiced, the right questions will emerge. I'll know how to be here for my client, without that, like, I don't need to create the PowerPoint and practice. And, I'll still actually do that for some trainings and offerings. When it comes to coaching, it's like this real sacred space for me and my client. Yeah, and that's the one-on-one side, and I can also talk about, the group side
Yeah,
as
and I
well.
think just for that one-on-one side, I think it's really beautiful and important for people to realize that it is soul-based coaching comes with a very thorough and grounded methodology, and because you've learned all these things, this is why you have developed that deep trust that yes, the right questions will come up to help clients really tap into that inner knowing and where their next steps are going to be. Yeah, beautiful. And then also the work, I've seen you kind of blossom into yourself, like on so many ways. So it's not just the one-to-one coaching, which you can do now, right? It's affected you in other ways too.
Yeah, absolutely. Because of course, I feel so integrated with your community, and there's been other aspects that I've learned through, like, bringing soul-based coaching into group training, for example, has been massive for me. It's actually, I didn't need the permission, but it's like the permission that my soul wanted to infuse the training that I do with soul-based coaching. So actually, I'm starting a program next week with a new corporate client, and it will be very much infused and steeped in the ways of clean language and soul-based coaching and holding space and honoring the work that you have gifted and shared with me. So I'm finding that it's becoming more integrated. This world that I stepped out of and shunned initially, it's becoming more integrated. unknowns to me in the beginning. So it infuses everything, you know, the stories that I write, the poetry, the meditation journeys that I do. I will bring in clean language questions to that. I'll bring some of my own stuff in there.
Mm,
So I'm like blending it, and I'll bring in the clean questions and soul-based coaching journaling as well. So
mm,
it's really been a massive shift in the persona that I was over here 5 years ago to who I am now. And it's, you know, it's like this coming back over and over to balance.
mm. Beautiful. And it is a real pleasure to witness that. And this is true for just about everyone who comes into the program, is coming home to yourself, and then adding these incredibly powerful skills and tools that you can use, yes, in one-to-one coaching sessions, but in so many more aspects of life as well. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
beautiful. Is there
Yeah,
anything you wanted to add? Yeah.
I was going to add too that during the training there is an aspect of the business side too that you brought in, which I found so helpful and useful to begin to plant the seeds for actually setting up a business as a coach, as a trainer. So that was so supportive and so aligned with the timing for me personally. And
Mm,
again, gifted me this confidence, this new confidence that actually I can begin to do this
mm,
and live and earn a living from this work. And that continues. It continues to change and unfold. And core to that every time is soul-based coaching
mm.
and the academy, because we still keep in touch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's one of the things I love about this work is that it lends itself so well to being weaved forward into the unique expressions that everyone brings to, you know, who they are and the medicine that they have to share. And so I'm grateful for everything that you do, Eimear. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. And even having, you know, conversations like this, like I love to do summits and interview people. And again, all the aspects of soul-based coaching really comes to the fore there in showing up and going with where the conversation wants to go.
Mm,
Yeah, it's the
yeah,
added
and
benefits.
yeah, right. Yes, it's like it gives such like so many levels of discernment as to where you can take a conversation, how you can bring presence to a conversation, and therefore how like the most juicy parts can start to surface. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, if you've become curious about Eimear's work, which I think you should be, we'll make sure that all the links to find Eimear are around this video. And if you have any questions for us, let us know in the comments or just send us a message. Thank you, Eimear, for sharing your journey. It's a pleasure
Thank
as
you.
always.
It always is, yeah. And it's beautiful to reflect on the journey,
Mm,
yeah, and to
yeah,
appreciate that journey.
yeah. And so thank you everyone for watching. Until we meet again. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.